So I want to make sure not to take up too much of your time. So hello to you all. Good evening. And okay, so first thing, holy smokes, crazy, crazy month. It's been incredible. Wow, lots of new ambassadors. The team page is full of new ambassadors. It's super exciting. You guys that have team pages, your team pages are full of new ambassadors. So I've been kind of trying to go back and forth and keep up in front of me. I was like, ah! So that is a good problem to have. It's so cool to see everybody growing and just so many. I mean, congratulations to you guys, like I said, because that pretty incredible. You guys rocked that incentive and just huge momentum. And it's so neat because what I love about that is when we have new ambassadors that are getting added to the team pages, that's like the first thing that they see is all of these new people coming into Plexus and how excited and just the momentum, and that gets them excited because who wouldn't get excited about that when, wow, there's a lot of people that are really excited about Plexus and jumping in on this, and it just right then builds their belief. So one of the biggest things, you guys, I can tell you, you've probably heard this before, probably some of you, you know, the biggest challenge is how do you keep that momentum? How do you keep that excitement going and mainly just, you know, keeping them to growing their teams and just letting them see the vision. So that's kind of why I want to do this call tonight. One of the biggest questions I get, and in our 90-day challenge, I'm kind of going through this week too, but something you can never talk too much about, and it's one thing that every time I sign a new ambassador, I try to do my best to be as simple as I can with them, depending on their goals and kind of the level that they want to go. But also, hang on 1 second. Hang on just a second, guys. Okay, got it. But also, like I said, making it simple and easy for them, because I will tell you guys, duplication is the most important thing right now with all these new ambassadors that got added, and showing them how easy this can be to duplicate down. And then they see this, and then boom, when they sign their new ambassadors, they're like, hey, I can do that. I can totally do what Melissa just showed me. You know, I can do that. It builds their confidence and everything to be able to do that with their new ambassador, okay? And so, like I said, this is something that I constantly get asked, and I think the more and more training we do on it, it just helps people feel more comfortable. But this is what I'm going to tell you guys. There's 2 different methods on, we just shared the first method tonight on the 90-day challenge, and I'm going to post it on the team page as well. But I wanted to share it here with you guys first, then post it on the team page. And those of you who have team pages, if you want to implement it, change it, please do, because people learn it a different way. Everybody learns differently. So we have one method that Dusty and I just got shared with us. Another Jewel created. It's pretty exciting. It's more of a visual, kind of a written out method. And I'm going to download these in the Files tab, and so that you guys can, like I said, take them and run with them. They were in an Adobe, and I had to edit them to suit our team. I had to transfer them over to Word. So some of the wording, you guys, is a little bit small, but that's how they had it. And so if you want to edit those, please, like I said, feel free to do so. I tried to edit it and make it different wording, and it made the whole page like, it was awful. So I said, don't try to fix it, Jeannie, just leave it alone, okay? So you sign up a new ambassador. First thing, like we all know, they're excited right off the bat, right? They're excited. They want to learn more. Even if some of them, they've just told you, hey, I want to try the products. And always the first question I ask is, do you have any interest in sharing Plexus to get your products paid for? Does that interest you? Do you want to learn how to do that? If their answer is, oh, yeah, you know, maybe, okay, this is where you start. If you ask them and they're like, yes, I would love to get my products paid for. Okay, well, how about, would you like to earn extra money? Would you like to earn extra for, you know, a vehicle payment, for a vacation every year, to pay for college? You know, would you like to get your husband or wife out of a job? would you like that financial freedom, retirement, so many different things, as you guys know. But just in case, you may know them and may know what their goals are, asking all those questions gets them thinking. So then you kind of can gauge on how you want to train them, okay? But what I'm excited about this method, you guys, there's 3 different docs, different files that I will download. And you guys I don't know if you can see this too well, but this is kind of the first one. So it's kind of hard to see because I'm not really straight. But it's a getting started checklist. And like I said, you'll get to look at this on the team page. But this getting started checklist, the first page has their username, their password, which we always ask them, make sure you fill this out so they have this for future reference. Gets them their website that they can write on here. It has the Plexus customer service number and then their support team. So they have you and the next 2 levels above them with the phone number and the relationship to them, okay? So that they have those contact numbers of who to contact above you in case they really need some help, support, questions, and they can't get a hold of their sponsor. And then they have a list at the bottom, you guys, of to-do items. So this first page is really kind of, not a whole lot of information, as you can see. But I love it because it tells them to make sure and set up their subscription order, most important thing, of at least $100 PV. And talks to them about how to set up their direct deposit and then get their tools, go in and order their catalogs, trial packs, so that they have those different tools to be able to share. Then it talks about schedule your game planning, which we call welcome calls. And so the reason they kind of change this is because of the next document is called their game plan. So welcome call, game planning, whichever. You schedule that within the first 48 hours because they are excited. And so many of you have heard the welcome calls. You guys are doing them, some of them with yours. Welcome chats. I've got some of those going. There's different ways to do your welcome calls, and you get them tied in with you and your sponsor or upline, whoever you choose, and kind of introduce them. I get to tell my story and talk to them a little bit about their why, their goals. It just kind of gives that third-party credibility to the sponsor too, that hey, what they're talking about is legit and it's right and it's all the same. We're going to all repeat the same information, and so they're very, very valuable. Okay, once you plan that game planning call or welcome call, you have them then go in and download the second one. Excuse me. And there's 2 pages to this, you guys, and it's called the game plan. I know you guys can't see this, but it kind of gives you an idea. But there's a box over here that actually has their achieve the rank of silver, tells them how much money they get. Fast Start Gold, it tells them about Fast Start Gold. So I really like that, with the potential of the money that they can earn on here. And so this call, when you schedule that call, you can do it with your upline, like I said, is what we kind of, which is really a great thing to do. If you can schedule a Zoom, that's always great because it's the next best thing to one-on-one. If you can't, do it yourself, or if you can meet them for coffee is the greatest thing, or, wherever you're at, if they're with you in your hometown, get together with them. And you want to help them fill these 2 pages out, okay? This is their game plan. What is cool, you guys, it has here their why, their goals, what their health goals are in the next 60 to 90 days, their financial goal, setting expectations. What is cool, too, on this second page, gives them their 7-day business plan. So what to do in their first 7 days. So it is all here for them, because so many people, it's so overwhelming, you guys, sometimes, because we can give information, I say, okay, do this, and then their mind's going back and forth all over the place. This is great because it gives it right here that's written out. They can remember, boom, and then they can check it off once they're done. But it gives them that 7-day business plan of when they can make their posts, some examples of what they can do. Hold on, let me mute everybody. Okay. And then people to share with, has a couple boxes, as we know, for people to share with. And then training, reaching out, inviting, and sorting. It goes through all this. So talks about live videos, how they can do live videos, third-party tools, which I know a lot of us are big fans of that. Initiating the conversation about Plexus, gives them examples in here, how their prospects, how to talk to their prospects, how to invite to the different events that everybody's doing. We have so many different PJ parties and events that all of our teams are doing. It gives those examples in here to get them just simple, not too many, but like 1 or 2 examples of, hey, this is what you can do, use this. And then we encourage on that for them to check in with you, like weekly, you know, kind of, hey, how's it going? How, you know, what are you doing as far as your goals? Where are you at? You know, of course you want to make sure that you check in with them, but encouraging them to check in with you. Okay. So I really like this game plan a lot, because it helps them establish their why, asks them some questions on establishing their why. It's all here for them. It gets them thinking about it. So for visual learners, this is amazing. The last thing you guys it gives, and I don't think I printed it out. Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Okay, I didn't. Sorry, guys. But it's a 30-day, action plan. And it's just a 1-page. And it has for what they can do for the 30 days. And it helps hold them accountable. So again, it's kind of a checklist. It asks them, you know, teaches them about the 3-way calls and chats, which you're going to help them with, but it lets them check off, who did you have a 3-way call with this, you know, this month, a 3-way chat. And you're already talking about those goals for their first 30 days in here in the game plan. So then they have that sheet that they can take and they can keep track of their goals. Okay. So I will be posting all that for you guys. You can print it out, look at it. Like I said, if you want to personalize it more, but it's an amazing tool to use, you guys. And if you get in the habit of doing that with every new ambassador or some type of form that you use, that's where the duplication comes in. And then, like I said, then you teaching them, hey, I've got this easy form. So when you sign an ambassador, do the same thing. Go in, pull those documents up or those files up on the team pages. Dusty's going to have them on hers as well. And print them off, you know, have them, and then encourage your ambassadors. It teaches them where to go get that information, because they need to be able to do that too. Teaches them where to go, get that information, the tools. It's gonna, I think this is gonna be huge. I'm really excited about this, and they have tested this a bunch. This Jewel that made these up has done this for a little while and found great success. So that's why she shared it with us, because it's been working pretty amazing for her team. And what she's noticed is just the duplication is very easy and simple. Okay, so that's a new thing that I will be posting for you guys, but wanted to share here first. And then, of course, the next way really quick that I'm going to cover is one thing that I love. It's maybe not as visual because you don't have, you know, the paper and the checklists and stuff, but I am always in love with our success kit, but I really like our new success kit. So this is what I use a bunch. And I'm going to transition because I have some people, it's kind of figuring out your person. If you've got that person that, you know, they're a visual learner, sometimes asking them, hey, which way would you like to learn? Would you like more of a paper that you can fill out? Or do you want to talk, you know, tell me about the success kit? Do both too on some of them. But that's what you got to figure out. So I have some that love for me just to go through the 10 steps of success with them. Have them open their success kit, and then I will, you know, schedule a call with them or be doing a 3-way message with them, or a 3-way message, whichever, but talk to them about their why, their goals, you know, one-on-one, kind of the same thing that you're using this, okay? And I still, no matter which method you use, you guys, this Plexus Bible that I always call it my Plexus Bible that comes in your success kit, the roadmap to success, is invaluable, because the material in here that they can go and look up is huge for their success. And it also, for any questions that they have, hey, go back to that roadmap to success guide. You know, did you find the answer in there? Look it up. I think there's an answer in there. The compensation plan, everything is in here, you guys. So definitely use this no matter what I say, because they are going to get it. New ambassadors have been super excited about the success kit. My new ambassador got hers on Friday before we had the rodeo over the weekend. And she was so excited because they rodeo with us, and she was so excited about her success kit. She thought that was the coolest thing. She told me that twice over the weekend. So we got to kind of go over it over the weekend with her and talk about it. And she was very impressed with this. So I did that with her. And then I also told her I have kind of something else I want to share with you. So I want to kind of gauge how this works. Okay. But also, you guys, the tools that we got for Super Saturday, I use along with both of these. So the 64 contacts list that we got that's in all the team pages, that is great. I know in the one that I just told you guys about that's more the visual, it does talk about their 100 list, and I totally agree with that too. But I really like the 64 list because it breaks it down into different categories. So I really encourage this for my personal ambassadors. It's just seemed to work really, really well. And then I love using the IPA sheet too that we got from Super Saturday. That if you guys have an IPA sheet that you love, please continue to use that. You don't need to change. This is just how I kind of do it to give you guys an idea. So when you find that thing that you like, use it, but also give your ambassadors the option of some other methods, because everybody likes something different. Maybe this one's a certain color that's their favorite color, or you'd be surprised how people are funny about that, or how it's laid out, or the different steps that are on here. But we have such easy tools, you guys, now to make it simple and easy and habit forming, to where when you sign that new ambassador, getting that call set up, and no matter which method you use on that call or during that training, that is your time to take, hey, that, 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever it's going to take, to sit down with them and go through this material and get them off to the best, strongest start you can. Because you guys, what's going to happen is when they start sharing, and they're going to get excited because they've had people commenting on their posts. Maybe they're going to sign that ambassador, get that first customer. Guess what? They're going to get a paycheck next month, all because you helped them do that. You were a part of getting them started on the right foot for success. So that is always your job. So sometimes I know it's scary. People say, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. I have a new ambassador. I have no idea what to do. Everybody, I say, take a deep breath. It's okay. We have some easy tools for you. It's all written out. You don't have to know everything. You just have to go along and ask them the questions that are in here and help them to find those answers. And then it tells you what that person's goals are so that you know how aggressive to be with them on if they want to just get their products paid for, or no, I want to be Emerald. I want to get that Lexus, whatever it is. Then okay, we're going to go to the next step. And that's where, if you guys get to that and you're still thinking, I have no idea what to do this person, we have tons of leaders on this team, and we're all here to help you to say, this is what I would do. This is what I would do. This is what you need to do. Get this person. Let's get this, We've got some people that are going for Fast Start Gold this month. So of course, they're in a whole different category of how aggressive we're going to be with them and holding them accountable. But if you've got that person that wants to get their products paid for, this is still great to go through, because they need to learn how to share and they need to learn their options. A lot of times they're going to get that paycheck next month and they're going to go, okay, that was super cool. I don't even know what I did and I got a paycheck. This is exciting. I want to share. I've never seen anybody stop at just getting their products paid for since I've been doing this in 5 years. They get that check to get their products paid for. They've realized the potential and they're going for it. They are like, okay, nope, I want to hit gold. I want to go above. It's so exciting, you guys. So I just kind of wanted to share that, a little bit of some of the tools, just a good reminder, and to not be scared when you sign that new ambassador. Keep it simple, easy, but duplicatable for your new ambassador. So think about them too when you're going through this, that gives them that confidence to continue to do that with their ambassadors. Okay, so I was going to ask a few of you, and if anybody wants to unmute too, if anybody wants to share kind of some things that I may have missed, anything that you guys do that's different, suggestions, anything like that. please unmute if anybody would like to and talk about that.
I would just suggest to print out a bunch of these and get a binder or something. It makes it a lot easier to be a little bit more organized. And then even with the IPA sheets, print out 30 of them a month or whatever. That way you can just kind of always look back. You'll eventually find that a lot of the conversations you have on a daily basis start to add up and be, you know, part of your IPAs, and you didn't even really sit down to actually do your work yet. So that would just be my biggest thing, is find a three-ring binder and can get organized.
Perfect. Thank you, Libby, for adding that. Absolutely. And I saw somewhere, I'm glad you said that, somebody had a bunch of them printed off, I think at Staples or their local office place, and it was like $5 or something for a whole bunch of them. So something to think about too, you guys. I was going to do that. We don't have, I live in little bitty Wilcox, so we don't have an office supply store here, but I gotta go to Tucson or Stafford to do that. But I just been printing them off on my little printer. So something else to check into. Anybody else? Serena, Jimmy, anybody have anything you guys want to add that I missed, or something you guys do with your teams, or anything? Or I should say Dusty, because Serena's dusty right now.
I would just say, like you said, always starting those newbies out with a call. I mean, just a welcome call, no matter whether they're wanting the business aspect or not. Just taking the products, it's important just to get them welcomed and make sure that they are aware of their huge, vast array of resources that they can plug into at any time. Just because maybe I don't get a hold or get back to them right away, they can call on Liberty or Jeannie or Dusty or Jimmy Lee. It doesn't matter. Any one of the people on this call can certainly answer those questions. And I do want to say that you guys are doing amazing at using the team page and tagging the people that you really want to get their opinions about, which is really great, because I think that's super resourceful, and it also helps the team learn from everybody, you know, because I'm just one person, but maybe somebody else has something that's working really well for them. And so I think it's really great that everybody's chiming in and using those resources, and then just telling your newcomers that this is a great place to ask those questions and to get those answers. And, you know, if you want business information, Liberty's the perfect person to go to. If you want, you know, the green aspect or whatever, I mean, you get to use all of those different resources within this community that we have. So, you know, make sure you direct them to at least one of the larger team pages so that they are utilizing and can use those.
Exactly. Yep. Thank you, Serena. And I'm glad you mentioned that too, because that was one thing that I took off of the getting started checklist, you guys, the first thing on the visual one I was telling you about, because we've got so many team pages within our team. So I wanted to make this just a general guide so that there's not, because otherwise I could put like 10 team pages on here. So I did not put links to the team pages or anything like that. So that's something that if you want to do that just specifically for your team, that's why I put it in words, so you can edit that, and on the getting started checklist, you can put that, you know, make sure to join such and such team pages too. But I just knew it was going to cause a lot of confusion to do that. So I just took them off, and that way it's kind of just basic. So yeah, thank you, Serena, for that input too. And another thing that reminded me, Serena said, that I really liked at Super Saturday, actually I heard this, and I started doing it with mine, is when you welcome a new ambassador to the team page, to kind of put a little bit of where they're from, you know, maybe, and which is really important, because that's kind of the key thing there, because it's so neat if, like, you know, I sign somebody up that say is in Ohio, you know, and then we've actually got other ambassadors on our team that are from Ohio, and they see that they can connect. And so it's kind of a neat thing to do, plus just a little bit of, you know, kind of tell their story, just a little bit about who they are, but mainly the kind of talking about where they're from, and it gets those people connected, which is kind of fun. So anyways, okay, so yeah, that's all I had. Sorry, my voice. That's all I'm going through puberty, you guys. That's all I had for you guys tonight. It was a busy, busy, busy Monday. You guys have just been, oh my gosh, going crazy with stuff. So it's been an awesome day, but it's been busy. And so there was so much on my mind to tell you guys today. Now I'm like, so hopefully that helped you, because I just wanted to keep it simple and help you guys realize how easy this duplication thing is. But one thing I can say is just don't sign those ambassadors and just let them just be out there, not giving them that support, not, like Serena said, getting that call, that training scheduled with them is so important within the first 48 hours. A lot of times the reason they say that is if you go, I think it's after 72 hours, that a lot of times they're like, they've lost that excitement. You haven't connected with them. You haven't given them, you know, help them build that belief and see the vision in this. And like Dusty was telling a story the other day that she has an ambassador that she sat down with, did the training, talked to him, told him everything just like we do with all this stuff. And they were floored that Dusty did that. They had been in other art network marketing companies, never had anybody sit down with them and train them like this, give them these tools. It's not that hard. This person was blown away by Plexus, but they were blown away by Dusty because she did that. So she set that person up for success because she showed them she believes in them by getting them started right off the bat, very early on, and help them build belief that they can share these products in this business, and this is how you do it, and I'm here to help you. That's where the welcome calls, game planning calls, whatever you want to call them, are so effective too, because we're pouring into them and telling them this is what we've done, this is what you can do. So they feel a part of a community, a part of a team, instead of just by themselves, not really knowing what to do. You know, they're out there, and I guarantee probably the next month they're not even going to order their products. I've seen that happen several times. And then when they're reached back out to, a lot of times it's because they didn't know what to do. And so that person, as we always say, could be your next diamond on your team. That could be that person that needs this business, that has tons of people in their life that needs these products. Ugh. And that you got to be that person. You've got to be that coach for them. But I wanted to show you guys how simple that can be. I don't want you to think you have to know everything. All the materials are here for you guys, okay? So, all right, you guys. Well, thanks for joining. Any questions before I let you guys go? Any more questions or comments? Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining. Hope that was helpful for you. You guys all have a good evening, and I'll get all that stuff posted. It might not be until tomorrow, but I'll get it all posted for you guys, okay? All right. Good night, guys.
Good night. Thank you, Jeannie.
Good night. Thank you, Marilyn.